Hello. Pleasure to be with you today, and this is one of the segments where we're talking about some books that we feel like have been beneficial towards us. One of the books that has been beneficial to me, especially in the last couple of years, is a book called The World is Flat. It's by Thomas Friedman. And this is a book basically that begins to talk about what has happened in the globalization, but especially the globalization of the internet. When they started working with the internet and the companies started investing about internet and developing internet, they basically wired the entire world and made incredible investments because they perceived that the internet would provide an infinite market. And eventually it would, but it did not become an infinite market in relationship to their investments. So they made all this incredible investment to wire the world, satellites, fiber optics everywhere. And so literally the entire world became wired. And this was what was happening and was part of the dot-com boom. They perceived that there'd be this infinite market, and when it didn't materialize, all these companies went under. So when these companies went under, all these companies had invested so heavily, these companies were bought, and these developments and these and the internet access and the wiring was bought for like 10 cents on the dollar. So what that really did in the long run was made internet cheaper, and literally cheaper around the world. And so the infinite market is there, but it is just now starting to appear. The culture of internet, the culture of online buying, the culture of online selling had not developed enough for it to be profitable at that time. So one of the things that this book brings about is the tremendous opportunities and how this access, this globalization, this world access is causing a redefinition of many things. And one of the things that's causing a redefinition of work. Many of the jobs that have been first level and second level professional jobs like accounting and taxes and many other things, reporting, can be done just as easily and at half the cost by somebody who can take all the information over the internet, for example, into India, and they can literally do the accounting in India and then send it back the same day in seconds through an email back to the United States to the company that's contracted them. And this is causing an incredible redefinition of work. For example, most of the technical x-rays, the MRIs and things of that nature, they're so expensive to have somebody to read them that they're sent to India by doctors there over the internet, or they're sent to Australia by doctors over there who read them at half the cost or less and send them back with the same day to the United States. They take the x-rays, send them at night, and by morning they're back. And so what this is causing, first of all, is a tremendous opportunity for many places in the world who've never had one. It's causing access, and access is a key word here because it's letting people, for example, there's over 52 million people who speak English just as good as you or I do in India just by itself. And so what it does, it gives opportunity in different parts of the world for people who've never had opportunity. And it makes a lot of people jobs who've been what would be good jobs and first and second level jobs, first and second level executive jobs, they're causing those jobs to come under great duress in the sense that they could disappear very easily, and many have already disappeared to India or have disappeared to Mexico or have disappeared to other places like this. Call centers are literally jumping up all around the world because simply they can do it cheaper. So as we begin to see that the world was so interconnected, we begin to understand that we wanted to get involved more in things that were involved with the internet. And so what we saw that it did is it gave us opportunity that we had never had before for the gospel. It's very interesting that when Luther came out with this great understanding of righteousness, that almost simultaneously the printing press was invented. And it's almost like the same way as God is opening up this entire understanding of righteousness and identity and restoration of the fallen image. It's like the internet has sprung up and literally is causing opportunities for us who can see the handwriting on the wall, so to speak, how we can take advantage of this. So as I read this book, The World is Flat, it helped give me a perspective and see possibilities that I would have never seen. One of the things that is significant is that when Luther had this understanding of righteousness, literally the printing press was invented, and it took his understanding and literally took it all over the world. And we're sitting in this key moment where God is restoring an understanding of righteousness and restoring the image that was lost. And all of a sudden the internet has just come up, and to the degree that we can take this stuff and push it around the world. So this book has helped us understand our opportunities. You may have noticed we've had hundreds of thousands. We were like over 300,000 hits on our internet site just at the CCI World. We've also had a great participation now on the new social networking site that we've started, cciworld.org, and we encourage you to get on there, because what we're doing is that we're taking these areas and we're using them for the kingdom. So this book, The World is Flat, has helped us in a great way, and I think it'd be good for you to read it too. If you do decide to read it, I would encourage you to get it through our website, because we get a commission off everything that is purchased through our website onto Amazon.com. I'm Richard Hayes, and this is just kind of an insight, and this has been a great book for us, and I'd encourage you to get a hold of it. I'd also encourage you to read or listen to the segment that I do on how I read. And also I answer all the mails that come on here in richardhayes.com. Leave me your email address there, and I'll notify you every time we do a video. And I answer all the emails on CCI World. Bless you. Glad to be with you.